We have some big news about the version 6.2 banner lineup and reruns, along with a shocking leak about Varka's rarity. This might confirm that he will not end up as a standard character after all. But before we dive into that, we also have exciting updates on Columbina, Durin's playstyle details, and even future banner plans. So buckle up, because there is a lot to unpack here. Let's start with the version 6.2 banner. We already know that Durin will headline the first half of the patch, but rerun candidates? Oh, we've got quite the list. While the full order is not clear yet, some very interesting names are lined up. First up is Neuvillette. This one was expected since he has not had a rerun from 6 to 7 patches. Next we have Ice Coffee, finally getting her very first rerun after debuting in version 5.6. If you missed her before, now is your chance. And the last rerun is none other than Venti, the Anemo Archon. His last rerun was back in version 5.5. Bro is rerunning faster than some newer characters, like Varka, who still has not had her first rerun even though she debuted in version 5.5 as well. Now, the exact order of these reruns is still unclear, but there are whispers that version 6.2 might actually turn into a Mondstadt-themed mixed banner, possibly bringing Albedo and Klee into the spotlight too. But enough about that. Let's talk about Durin. And wow, this is where things get exciting. In terms of strength, Durin has even better pyro application than Xiangling. Yes, you heard that right. Until now, Xiangling was the queen of consistent pyro application, the only one who could keep up fast reactions like Vaporize non-stop. But Durin is about to surpass her, and it doesn't end there. Durin can also reduce elemental resistance for Pyro, Hydro, and Anemo. That makes him a powerhouse, stronger than many 4-star characters we've seen so far. Honestly, Durin looks like a meta-defining unit, a must-pull character. He could bring older DPS units back into the spotlight. Imagine Raiden Shogun's Overload teams coming back, Neuvillette getting another buff, Xiao and Wanderer benefiting from Anemo resistance shred, Varka himself being empowered, and yes, even Arlecchino and Mavuika gaining fresh strength. All of this just because of Durin. So yeah, get ready, because he's going to change things up in a big way. Moving on to version 6.3. After this patch, Hoyoverse seems to be leaning heavily into adding more male characters. Other than Varka, 3 more male characters are set to appear, but keep in mind, all of them are 4-star characters, not 5 stars. And of course, the true spotlight of version 6.3 is none other than Columbina. But here's where it gets complicated. Columbina is confirmed to be a DPS character, but Hoyoverse may have pulled a trick here. To unlock her full DPS potential, you are going to need her constellations. At Constellation 0, Columbina is basically a Hydro reaction support. Her true DPS form only kicks in later, possibly at Constellation 6, just like Shiori was designed. If that is the case, then only whales will be able to truly unleash her maximum power, while free-to-play players will have to settle for her as a support. Let's be real. Even if we save Primo Gems, there's no way most of us can reach Constellation 6 in just 1 or 2 banners. Our only hope is that maybe her Constellation 1 unlocks some DPS potential, or that Hoyoverse does not lock her full strength behind Constellation 6. Now let's talk about the mysterious White Horse Adeptus. Spoiler warning, guys. If you do not want story details, feel free to skip ahead. The White Horse Adeptus is said to be a sub-DPS character, though her element is not confirmed yet. She is expected to appear during the Lantern Rite Festival, where Zhongli himself will revive her. Some lore for context. The gold-eyed Celadon mare is one of the 8 Adepti. She was once among the angels, described as a daughter of Istaroth. And during the Archon War, she, alongside the rest of the 8 Adepti, fought to subdue the god Tao Dao. With lore like this, her reveal is going to be huge. Alright, let's move to Varka. And yes, spoiler warning again, his rarity status, standard or limited, has been one of the most confusing debates in recent leaks. Even the community has been split, but let me clear it up as best as I can. Here's the key. None of the limited 5-star characters from Nordcry are supposed to be fully human. Since Varka was known as a normal human, Dauma's assumption was that he had to be standard. But now, new leaks reveal that in the early Nordcry story, Varka starts out fully human. Later in the storyline, however, he merges with another bloodline, meaning he is no longer purely human. Because of that transformation, he now qualifies as a limited character. So yes, the latest leaks strongly suggest that Varka will indeed be limited, not standard. But remember, this is still an early leak, so keep a healthy dose of doubt. Now let's skip ahead to version 6.6. At first, Nicole was rumored to debut here. Then, leaks shifted. claiming Nicole and Alice would instead appear in a version 7 patch, with version 6.5 and 6.6 getting different characters. But now things have flipped again, and the current info suggests Nicole Rayan is back on track for a version 6.6 debut. These leaks are all over the place, but for now, this looks like the most reliable update. And finally, let's talk about new areas. Or rather, old ones returning. In version 6.3, the Black Cliff Forge will appear. This is tied to the Lantern Rite Festival and is very likely linked to the White Horse Adeptus story. Players have been waiting a long time for this area, and Hoyoverse already promised that old areas would be reintroduced during the Nord Cry arc. Black Cliff Forge is set to be the very first of them. And that wraps it up. If you did not fully catch some of the details, drop a comment down below and I'll clear it up. Or other viewers might help too. I also want to hear your opinions on all this, so share your thoughts. That's it for now, guys. Sayonara!